Hello there! I'm Richie and you're watching IG Critic. Not counting the release of Pokemon Sun and Moon in November, there are 721 known Pokemon to fill that Pokedex. With that many Pokemon, there are bound to be a few annoying and useless duffers that you catch in a Pokeball, to never again see the light of day, purely to tick it off the list. Without further ado, here are IG Critic's top 10 useless and annoying Pokemon. Teleporting in at number 10, Abra. Abra is only annoying in that it is a pain to catch. Finding an Abra is difficult enough, but catching one before it teleports away can be frustratingly impossible if you aren't lucky. The sad part about it is, Abra can be extremely useful, as are its evolutions, as Teleport will take you back to the last Poké Center you visited from anywhere you happen to be. Thus, catching one without spending coins at the game corner or getting lucky in Wonder Trade can be highly exasperating. At number 9, Stunfisk. Aside from the fact that Stunfisk looks like an obnoxious amalgamation between a Psyduck and a pancake, Stunfisk is also one of the most useless because while it is classed as both a ground and electric type, it doesn't excel in either area. It is insufferably average unless extensive time is put into making sure it exceeds in one element or the other. The fact that Stunfisk doesn't evolve also counts against it, preventing it from gaining any further skills beyond the 13 to 16 possible abilities it can learn without the use of TMs or HMs. Cave Dwelling at number 8, Zubat are repetitively annoying Pokemon to fight. Their supersonic ability can repeatedly confuse your roster, easily causing beginners to wipe out. The fact that Zubat are found in almost every cave, even the ones where rare Pokemon spawn, also adds to their annoying factor as it makes exploration long-winded and vexing, especially in the larger caves. Vexing. Good word. While Patrat may be adorable, it only learns 5 skills that actually do any damage. Most of them are normal moves, with only one dark type in the mix. Patrat isn't too bad for contests as it learns a lot of tough skills. The problem mostly lies in its actual combat usage, since there are plenty of other more useful Pokemon with which to fill your roster that do the same, if not more. Number 6, Luvdisc. The problem with Luvdisc is that it's the only way to acquire heart scales. If that wasn't bad enough, over half of Luvdisc's learned abilities don't even do any damage. Third generation Pokemon weren't very imaginative, yet Luvdisc tends to have very few redeeming qualities. Very, very few. There's no evolution for it, so there's no real incentive to level it up either. I bet they taste good with chips though. Despite having a starring role in the third Pokemon movie, the mysterious unknown is sadly not very useful. It only learns the skill Hidden Power, and most TMs and HMs are incompatible with it. Combine that with the fact that it doesn't have an evolution, and finding the entire alphabet is an exercise in patience, leads many to understand that the unknown are far more trouble than they're worth, and a mystery better left unsolved. Kakuna, like Metapod, suffers from what we like to call Harden syndrome, no pun intended. Most wild Kakuna only have the skill Harden, making it not only annoying enough to cause one to faint, but also making it difficult to level up, as it requires swapping out of battle to a Pokemon that does more damage, or any damage. While Metapod at least evolves into a Butterfree, the Kakuna evolves into the less useful Beedrill. Number 3, Beedrill. While Beedrill looks cool, all of the skills it learns, even up to level 45, have a low power rating, leaving Beedrill as a support Pokemon at the very best. Other bug Pokemon like Butterfree and Venomoth work well in this role with a wider variety of status ailment abilities, leaving Beedrill sadly obsolete. Besides, in order to get Beedrill you have to level up Kakuna. If that doesn't kill your buzz, I don't know what will. In all honesty, Zigzagoon does have a few decent attacks for beginning players, but what really makes Zigzagoon so frustrating is that they can be found everywhere in its region. This useless Pokemon is even found in higher level areas where you could try to catch stronger Pokemon. Zigzagoon will often rear its obnoxious head and interrupt your Pokemon catching spree. Top of the useless list, it's Magikarp! Magikarp is despised for one particular reason. In order to acquire the ferocious Gyarados, you have to level up one of these splashing, terrible excuses for a Pokemon until level 20, which used to require you swapping this flopping fish in battle, then immediately back out again so they can get experience. Praise the developers for experience share. The fact that most Magikarps start with no other skill other than the most ineffective move ever seen makes him one of the weakest Pokemon you can capture. It literally does nothing. Players have to wait until level 15 just for Magikarp to even learn Tackle. Oh, give me strength. Well, there you have it. 10 Pokemon that for various reasons are either useless or annoying. There are so many beautiful, powerful, inspiring Pokemon out there, and chances are they are not on this list. But which Pokemon do you consider worth the balls, and what others are absolute trubbish? Share your ideals on the best and worst Pokemon on your team in the comments below, and don't forget, the secret to being a true Pokemon master is to like and subscribe. For more on Pokemon powerful and pathetic, fly over to igcritic.com. Thanks for watching.